Straight ahead, we've got a rematch from last year's NFC Divisional Round 2. As it'll be the New York Giants taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jones wants to change it up. Here's Jones to throw on 2nd down. That is caught downfield. It's Wheeler. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and get enough yards to put themselves in a good spot. Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Barkley going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Barkley again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
He's already going toward the defense is Dan Skipper. So they were trying to camouflage, trying to disguise, trying to trick it up a little bit where House couldn't fixate or focus on one guy as reporting eligible, who would be Taylor Decker, who's going to be the primary receiver on the play, right?
Right. All right.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. Out route, it is complete to Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Boston Scott, his first carry. Deontay Banks there on the stop. The Eagles at 3-11 now on the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get a point in the right direction. They need it quickly.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning to points for the other side.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening.
Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Picked off by Lee Blankenship. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. They moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hurts. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they have the right call
for another, obviously, field goal from our
on 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And back deep for the Giants is Dory Jackson. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running left, it's Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Again, it's Barkley. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And that did not look like the same defense that had been on the field for most of the game.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Hey! Happy New Year, Simpson.
7 yards there.
Happy New Year, little Sim.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets
The
involved.
first negative statement told to Guru today. The first negative statement of the New Year told to Guru today.
Of course, in the NFL, being able to run
Unbelievable.
and catch
Unbelievable.
with equal proficiency.
Unbelievable.
But he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And Jones will hit the deck.
Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet.
First down.
I'm leaving in a minute.
Moves the chains.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Looking to throw. Jones. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches. We just
To the Fruit City. Fruit City, Texas, man. Orange, Texas, man. Orange, Texas. You know what I'm saying? In that fruit. Deep in that fruit. You know what I'm talking about? We ready, though. You know what I'm saying? My Cowboys won. Eagles lost. Dad mad. A great weekend. Texans won. A great weekend, guys. Saquon. Saquon.
Saquon Barkley, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year.
Man, Chris B beat sitting sideways 154 to 6. Oh, come on. They beat that man 154 to 6. Come on.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Nephew.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And a nice job
Nephew.
by special teams to limit him to inside the 15. It's
Ryder.
at the 14.
Ryder.
The Eagles.
That's Ryder in there, Keisha.
Next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too?
I hear you.
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon, as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation in the 4th down.
Called out an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try to get position for at least 3 points.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Three decades of Hawk Energy and inspiration to their very own Sirius XM channel, Green Bay Radio. Stories behind the biggest songs. A personal intro to some brand new sounds. And an exclusive Sirius XM small stage performance in the iconic Earth Plaza in New York City. Green Bay Radio for a limited time, happening now. And on the Sirius XM app. To avoid
potential threats. Turn on NordVPN. It's trusted by millions of users. Just visit NordVPN.com.
The
fastest VPNs on Earth will block web trackers, malicious websites, and malware-ridden downloads. It will also encrypt your internet traffic while maintaining a smooth connection. So improve your digital privacy and protection against hackers with one simple click. Get the special deal at NordVPN.com and enjoy safer internet daily. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
This is Tim Ashoff, president of Creek Carrier. You know the holidays wouldn't be the same without professional truck drivers. Halloween candy, the turkey, those presents under the tree. We're all at one time on a semi in the care of a driver. So thank drivers out there by avoiding distractions while driving, staying out of their blind spots, and giving them space for their wide turns. Drivers have a challenging job, so let's do what we can to show our appreciation. We at Creek Carrier and Schaefer Trucking wish you a happy and prosperous new year.
And now another no-brainer money-saving tip from Progressive.
So it looks like your luggage is over 50 pounds. Is there anything you can take out?
Oh yeah, let me just toss all these $20 bills.
Great. Let me grab your trash can.
Stop. Instead of throwing money away, move some clothes into a carry-on. And here's a better tip from Progressive on how not to waste money. Don't pay too much for car insurance. Drivers who switch and save could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT? Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI. That's what I did.
Really?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you can start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Potential is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
At Pilot Flying J, earning extra points is like earning extra money. And it's easy when you activate Push for Points in the My Rewards Plus app. Pro drivers who do can earn an average of $36 in points each month. That's $36 you can spend on most anything from drinks and snacks to showers and parking. And all you have to do is open up your My Rewards Plus app and activate Push for Points. That's how you earn like a pro. Everywhere you go. Only at Pilot Flying J. Store retail value based on average fill of 97 diesel gallons and 12 fills a month. Subject to My Rewards terms and conditions.
Hey, did you know the Statue of Liberty is the largest holiday gift ever given? That's a big deal. Just like those at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hey, did you know when the year ends, so do the deals? It's your journey. Own every mile of the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or $2,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Tucson. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hi, it's Billy Joel here. Because it had to be a all my music on my very own channel, the Billy Joel Channel.
Billy's incredible storytelling.
Before we're going to go on stage, you need a few minutes to just kind of get yourself set for what's about to happen. It's almost like a comfortable walk.
Limited time, starting Thursday on Channel 79. And in the serious exit included in all trials of popular plans.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19.
Okay, Richard Sherman, you have been adamant that Lamar Jackson simply doesn't have the stats that have always been required to win an MVP. He did obviously have a big game yesterday as the Ravens at home blew out the Dolphins. Of course, 56-19. Lamar went 18-21, 321 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. QBR scale 0 to 100 of 96. So, Richard, did that performance change your mind?
No, it did not, because the fact of the matter remains the same to me. That didn't move the needle. It was a fantastic performance by Lamar Jackson at a time his team needed it. It was a statement game late in the season in December. You got to give him all the credit in the world. But the 5 touchdowns in this game against the Miami Dolphins, as crazy as it sounds, as many as he had in the months, both September and November combined. In those months combined, he had 6 touchdowns passing. And so when you look at the full picture, I just don't see it. And again, people argue with me and they're like, man, you're just hating. I don't see how I'm hating. I'm just laying out the facts of the matter. If he had 30 touchdowns.
First to say you're not hating. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think he's a fantastic. I thought that was an unbelievable game. I thought well against San Francisco. I think he's having a really good season. It's just when he had his MVP season, and it was unanimous, so you got to put an asterisk next to that because it was so outstanding that he was the first unanimous MVP in the history of the league. But he had 36 touchdown passes. And then you look at him at the 24 this year, he had 1,200 rushing yards. You look at it, he has about 843 or so this year. And so I don't see it as the same in that respect. And people are like, well, he should get MVP because of what? If the numbers aren't there, then there's not much that can say. People were like, they were comparing it to the Peyton Manning season of 2008. I mean, that season he had 6 fourth-quarter comebacks. He led the league in QBR. There were things that happened late in that year that kind of pushed him over the top, but the stats weren't necessarily there. And again, that was 15 years ago. If I look at the last 20 MVPs of the National Football League, 3 of them being running backs, you had all day Adrian Peterson, who had 2,000 yards. You had LaDainian with 31 total touchdowns. You had Sean Alexander with 28 total touchdowns. But outside of that, it's been quarterbacks. And those quarterbacks, there's only been 3, and 2 of them were co-MVPs in 2003, and that was Steve McNair and Peyton Manning. They had 29 total touchdowns for Steve McNair, 28 for Peyton, and they were co-MVPs. And then you have the 2008 Peyton season where he had 28 total touchdowns. And that's it. Everybody else had above 30 touchdowns. And so if you're going to tell me there was an MVP 20 years ago, they shared it, and then Peyton Manning 15 years ago, out of all the quarterbacks that have won it, and that's it, nobody else had less than 30 touchdowns in the last decade, in the last 2 decades, then I'm going to say I would assume they would stick to that pattern. So I guess, but he's the betting favorite. So there's a chance he gets it, but I think it would be one of the situations where they have to split it because he has under 30 touchdowns. So they split it like they did in 2003 with Steve McNair and Peyton, likely giving it to CMC or Tyreek and Lamar because, I guess that's what they're going to do because otherwise I just don't understand.
Okay, just for the record, if you had a vote right here, right now, it would go to
Christian McCaffrey.
Okay, 1 vote for Christian, no split vote. You just give it to Christian.
I'd split it if that's what we had to do. I mean, it's closer than it was before he had 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He had 5 touchdowns this week. And recency, it counts to a degree, but you also have to put the full scope of the picture. So I have to give him credit for what he did against the San Francisco 49ers in a primetime game with the world watching. Played fantastic. And then what he just did against Miami with the #1 seed on the line, he played his best football and executed. So I do have to factor that in. And his yardage, his rushing, his impact.
And by the way, before you go, Michael, Christian didn't have much of a game at Washington yesterday, but he did tweak his, I think it was his calf. They said it wasn't a big deal, but I think mid-third quarter he didn't play much the rest of the way at all. And he didn't go back in at all. So his numbers were not huge. He didn't have MVP caliber numbers at Washington, for what that's worth. Okay, go, Mike.
Right now. And listen, I was home the other day. You guys were on this. It's just a great day. I was sitting home. I enjoyed the conversation. When I got to work, I got to work. I told Key, I said, it was so funny what you told Sharon. All right, Sharon, well, I should say, when we reached up a little bit and we both started laughing at the end, it was all funny. It was great. I couldn't wait to get a chance to have this discussion. Because I was with Sharon on this, Sharon, because Sharon was talking about it. Sharon said, you guys can't just keep coming up and saying, this is the game to determine the MVP. It's the combination of the whole season. It's not this one game who outdoes each other in this one game, even though we do that. We do that. You know what I mean? I understood what you meant because it was the Brock Purdy's and the Lamar Jacksons, like right there battling, and since they got a chance to be head-to-head, everybody's going to measure them and say, now he's the leader. You know what I mean? But it's a whole season, not just that one game. So I'm with you on that, sir. Now, even, and I think they heard you talking about his numbers. They look like they were directing at getting him some passing touchdowns. I think they heard. Right, I was like, they heard him. They gonna help him. And then right after the game, they all holler MVP. Like those 5 touchdowns. Now we can do it, so we go. So I was like, okay, I see. They saw this too. But I would also add to 2019, we got that unanimous MVP. Dude, this dude is phenomenal. See, in that thing that we never see that. But remember some of the runs he made that season from a quarterback position. We was saying, Michael Vick didn't make those kind of runs. And Michael Vick was the joystick on your football game. You know what I mean? So we said Michael Vick didn't make those kinds of runs. So we got caught up in that. But we don't get caught up in is the consistency that he's displayed this year. The consistency for his football team. Those numbers. In all 16 games, he's had his team in the lead in the last 2 minutes. Don't every time that has happened. Those 7 Patriots know the kind of season those 7 Patriots had. You know, so what we're saying is late in the season, late in the game, when other guys are throwing late takedowns, garbage touchdowns. Sometimes games they are losing touchdowns. Lamar Jackson didn't have to do that because he had managed and mastered his team and that game the early on in that game, so he wasn't caught up trying to catch up. So I give him credit for that. That's not something we talk about giving him MVPs, but it's certainly something we should be talking about giving MVPs. Because if you keep your team in the lead in the last 2 minutes of every game, you're going to win a lot of those games in the playoffs. They won 13 of them so far in the last 16. So they're winning a lot of those games. Right now, with all that we have and real life business and distance travel, we're coming from, which I didn't even know, they were going to be working together last year. I'm just saying the early stages of this right now. That's why I started going crazy when I saw him sitting in the pocket so long. Because when you put that and tap that into what he has running, then that is dangerous, and he is having an MVP season. That's why he's my MVP right now.
Okay. So, Richard, I'm probably the wrong guy to ask about this because if you will remember, before the season started, I picked the Ravens to win it all, to win the Super Bowl, and it was because my logic was, I believe Lamar, coming off the contractual nightmare he went through last year, now that it's solved, I thought he was going to bounce back and win MVP his second this year. And you can argue he got off to a fairly slow start, and your stats are dead on accurate about back to
following the touchdown here to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no Allen to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
You look at the last 3 weeks, you look at how he took over and controlled games at Jacksonville when I thought they were legit. They won 23-7.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Simpson.
It's the Eagles.
Simpson.
With the football.
What's up, buddy?
Here as we start the fourth quarter. He'll look to throw.
The most valuable player in all of
These guys running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I don't know if it'll be unanimous, but I think it'll be close to unanimous.
They go play action with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket.
And if that's the case, then that changes the precedent.
And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard in second down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
I mean, I guess they can do whatever they want. But if you set this precedent, then you set it for the future. And
they'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Eye test is a subjective matter.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Hurts changing up the play.
To help determine this award, and you rarely ever see a situation where the MVP isn't leading the league. At least one
back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Down the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
So yeah, it used to be all about the passing touchdown.
Here's Hurts to throw. Flush to his right. And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over the 46-yard line.
Oh, PDP. Oh, PDP.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin the next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the
look what Hurts. We can't have it. I'm trying to say. Oh, PDP. Oh, PDP.
So how can you start having those guys in the Super Bowl?
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, good point. I feel that, but I've seen two mobile quarterbacks.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
By him specifically, by another.
This is caught in the traffic. And inside the 15 before they drop it. It took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things going to be interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they'll have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have the full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
We'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try to run forward Barkley, and Barkley did not get there. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Jones. That is caught. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff. Barkley running left. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a New York 1st down, and the Giants are going to win the football game.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they run on 1st down. Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers, snaps out.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it will come out to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Petrie.
And this is intercepted. And that should
Petrie.
Jalen
Petrie.
picks it off.
Petrie. Petrie.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it over.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game.
Everybody in this department,
Workman-like performance, guys. Trying to get Dane Jones stats up, he trash. It'll be fixed next season. It'll be fixed next season. It'll be fixed next season, got OPP. I see you, Petrie. Oh, then he got his speed. Oh, I like that, PP. I like that, PP.
Well, this team is doing it carefully, and it would be okay if they had the pick that they earned by playing this bad. But guess what? They don't, because their owner got involved and said he wanted Bryce Young. And so, when you think about the situation of him throwing a drink on somebody, I mean, it seems like it's right on course with who he has been in a lot of these situations. He feels like he's above the law. He feels like, hey, I'm a billionaire. I can do as I please, and there will not be any retribution. There will not be any consequence. I can go buy my old boss's house and tear it down and build a bigger house. I can do things and be rude, and there will not be any consequences. And in this case, I would assume he's right. He's right. There's not going to be a lot of consequences because financial is not going to do it for him. You find him in $500,000, he'll laugh. $1 million, he'll laugh. It won't affect his bottom line in the least. So it won't change behavior. Even if you, what you going to do? Ban him from a game? Suspend him from a couple games? I mean, I'm sure he doesn't want to go to those games. I'm sure he's throwing drinks at people at the game. So I just don't know what you do to correct this behavior because they're in a position where it's not correctable and it's habit and it's not changing. Michael. Well, I don't know what they will do because, but like Shrimp said, this is an owner and boy, finding him just doesn't mean make some sense to me. But I tell you what I do know, if that had been a player, it would have been swell.